politics with religion. It all depends. A politician can be religious. A politician can work for the promotion of religious values without being a party. As far as that is concerned, we have no objection. Islam has no objection. Religious values should be promoted, and when we speak of religious values, mind is turned to a verse of the Holy Quran and many such verses in which Allah Ta'ala tells us, فِيهَا كُتُبٌ قَيِّمَةٌ, that there are lasting truths which are common to every religion. And the Sharia, the Islamic law, contains all these lasting truths, or universal truths, you can say. But the word qayyima applies to the lasting truth more than the word universal. In universal truths, only those truths are included which, without reference to religion, human morality can reach directly. But when the Holy Quran mentions Kutubul Qayyimah, it means such truths as may not be reached directly by human imagination. The revealed truths as well. So it's a wider sphere. And those revealed truths which never change, despite the change in the name of religion, they are Kutubun Qayyimah. So they again are common between every religion. Those values should be promoted by every politician. Otherwise, he will not be doing justice to his people or to the world at large. So in that much, you should mix religion with politics. But to mix religion with politics in a completely different way is not at all acceptable to Islam. When the politician speaks of mixing religion, he doesn't mean adopting moral values or inculcating moral values. What he means is simply this, that as far as politicians and their followers are concerned, let them enjoy life as they please, let them tell lies and use deception for promoting political ends or gaining political ends, no harm. Only use religion to help politics achieve its goals, nefarious goals. If this is what is meant by mixing religion with politics, it is abhorrent to any religion, not only to Islam. And this should not be permitted. This is exactly what is being done in the name of Christianity, in the name of Islam. Poor religions are being made scapegoat for the sake of politicians, by the politicians. So this is no way of mixing things.
Before they were never going towards this sort of school of thought that the religions and politics should be mixed or not mixed. Why is it recently there seems to be a wave of...
This is, previously, I think it was Jefferson, President Jefferson, who first mentioned this, that a complete separate compartment should be made, completely separate compartment should be made of religion and politics. And he was a very wise president. If I am not mistaken, I think it was he who first mentioned it, that religion should not be permitted to interfere with politics, and politics should not be permitted to interfere with religion. Let them prosper in their own respective fields. This is the best formula that I can think of. It does not mean that a politician is anti-religious when he does not permit religion to interfere with politics. Nor he is a bigoted person when he does not interfere in religion on behalf of politics. Live and let live. This is the essence of this policy. And do not interfere in each other's premises. I think this is the safest formula. Now it is Yaqub Sahib's turn.
friend who wanted to join Ahmadiyya, and he's with me.
Where is he?
He's Abbas on the right. And in fact, he asked whether they could join all of them. Although I stopped him, I was been stopping, that you take the...
For how long have you been
months.
discussing Ahmadiyya with him?
With him months.
How did you come across each other?
I know his father. He's very dear.
Quite I mean,
Yes, I
you
knew.
know each other for long.
Actually, his father, yes, I know for a very long. And even
His
and
father had exception to this?
no, his father otherwise has been very kind to me. In fact, he would accept, as far as I know. But I said that...
I mean, could he take exception to his joining Ahmadiyya or not?
Well,
Will he be annoyed?
no, not at all. In fact, he is also expected to join, but I thought that it is better for him to join. This was my own decision, the way I was thinking, and so I came to you. Otherwise, he said my two brothers could join. I said no.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Are you fully satisfied as to the truth of Ahmadiyya?
That's what I have been reading books which were supplied by Mr. Yacoub.
Do you also know the distinctive features of Ahmadiyya as against some other sects of Islam?
Well, basically I have been enlightened by Mr. Yacoub, which have satisfied me.
But
what is expected.
mainly the issues at variance are just a few. And on these differences, you should be well versed, because the moment you accept Ahmadiyya, your friends and others will be after your blood and after your skin. And they would like some justification to hear from you.
Yeah, that's understandable. As I said, I have been
And
reading.
you should be well versed in that. You should know where you stand and why you have chosen this path as against another. These are the things in which you should study deeply and seriously. But I'm not telling you not to accept Ahmadiyya. That is different. If one's heart is fully satisfied, if Allah, for instance, has shown him some dream or some guidance through which one is fully satisfied, then such a person should not be prevented from accepting a faith, because nobody can have guarantee for one's life. If you are fully satisfied of the truth, neither I nor Mr. Yacoub Ahmad Sahib has any right to prevent you from accepting it. But only if we were advising you, if you are not fully satisfied, if there is something yet left to be learned, you better do it, because otherwise you may land in very, very difficulty.
Understandable. As I said, I did read the books. It's not what
It's your decision.
Yes.
And also pray for our life. Pray to Allah to open up your heart further and to strengthen you against any opposition which you may meet, and give you a long service life to serve Islam and bring you closer to Him. Because it's a very serious decision, It's not just an ordinary decision, a political decision. It's very important. It pertains to this life and the life to come. So better pray for a few days and then let me know. Right?
That's it. He's been coming here also and seeing you.
Yes, yes.
He's been attending. And he's allowed to come here, not?
Why not? Most welcome. Most welcome. How could he come without permission if permission was necessary to the talk? Nobody stopped him from coming, did he? Yes, Khokhar Sahib? Who is Habib Khokhar? Is your cousin? He has had some heart trouble?
No, his wife and my sister.
His wife, your sister. And has he left for Kenya? Not yet. I heard from him that he was proposing to go to Kenya.
Yes, because we went to Somalia and also. But as obviously my question is the general nature. I don't know how far you're being pressed on others to listen. The point is, I come from India where I've lived among Hindus and 6 months.
You have a